I would like to call order to our September meeting. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I hope everybody's coming off of a really nice long weekend and having a good week so far. Very good. Do you want to call roll, Chris?
Yes, not a problem. So I'll now call roll. Please say here and from where you're dialing when your name is called. Councilmember Harrison.
Your mic, Cynthia, is off.
Sorry, here in Ann Arbor.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Buford.
It's Bufford.
Sorry about that.
No worries. I'm present in Ypsilanti Township.
Okay. Commissioner Buck.
Commissioner Neal, now I haven't changed my name on here though, but here in Ann Arbor.
Thank you. Commissioner Thefos.
Present in Grass Lake.
Commissioner Kotarski.
Yes, here in Ann Arbor.
Commissioner Porter.
Present in New York.
Commissioner Fuller.
Here in Chelsea.
Commissioner Veer Leonard.
Here in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Thank you. And with that, we do have quorum.
Wonderful. With that, I'd like to move to approving the agenda. Are there any additions that folks would like to see? Chris, I did just print the most recent. You added the report from working groups.
Yes.
Okay, and then I didn't notice, but are we going to have any updates maybe during staff reports on the two new commission spots that we nominated? If there's any updates on that, I guess I'd like to hear.
Yeah, I can provide some updates.
Okay, great. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as it?
So moved.
Okay, thank you, John. Is there a second? Sarah, thank you, Sarah Fuller. Wonderful. Then
All in favor? Aye.
thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, opposed? Okay, wonderful. All right, we have an approved agenda. Then I'd like to move on to the minutes. If folks have had a chance to look at the minutes from last month's meeting, we had a great meeting. Those of you that missed, please review. A lot was discussed. We're making some progress on some very exciting things. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from August?
So moved.
Okay, thank you, John. Second, anybody? Okay, thank you, Sarah. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have an approval of the minutes. Excellent. Okay, so now we have a spot here for public comment. I don't know if we have anybody waiting to speak tonight, Chris. Any
Yes,
call-ins or?
we don't seem to have any at this time.
Okay. Moving on to business. It looks like there is no business items scheduled at this time. I guess that would be our new business, or?
Yes. So business items would be anything that require a motion from the commission.
Copy that. Okay, wonderful. Then we're going to move into the discussion portion here, folks. We have first the Dunbar Tower Call for Art. Very exciting. It's a City of Ann Arbor in partnership with the Ann Arbor Housing Commission. The deadline for submissions, I guess it looks like the request went out regionally. Is that correct, Jamal? Did it go out nationally or is it just more of a regional call?
From my understanding, more regional. I don't think we went outside of the state, but it was open to, Detroit area.
Wonderful.
Yeah, around the region.
Well, I hope you got lots of submissions. The deadline was August 31st at 11:59, so that has closed. Looks like the short list of awardees, the next would be October 2nd is when folks that applied. October 13th, Tuesday, October 13th. So that's wonderful. Congrats getting that going.
Mary,
Yep. Yes,
I-
John.
is Dunbar Tower, is that the housing specifically designed for artists that have gallery space as well as workspace in there? And that's right near Carytown?
Correct. It's going to be a 6-story affordable housing facility featuring 63 apartments, 2 residential community spaces, and a standalone community space, which will be open to the public.
Yeah, and about half of the units are for artists. The other half is for people who are experiencing houselessness or recent houselessness.
That's awesome. I don't know any other community in Michigan or in the region that has designated housing downtown for artists. So it's kudos to the city and to the Housing Commission. And to Jamal, I mean, he's been spearheading, he's been sitting on committees, I know. So well done, Jamal.
Is there a quick access for folks that wanted to learn more about that project? I'm sure it's on the city website. Is that confirmed, Chris? I can share out the RFQ. It has a really nice page on the background.
That's
For the
probably
artists.
that I know of. Chris may know of something else, but that's probably what I would point to.
Yeah. Same.
All right. Any further discussion or inquiries about the call for art for Dunbar Tower? We'll be probably providing some updates on that as we move through the year. So the next item here, collaboration with city arts initiatives to amplify community voice. So this is a general brainstorm that I thought we could have so that we can identify our community partners in the area, our community partners in the arts and culture, anything that would be relevant to the Ann Arbor Public Art Commission so that we can start building more bridges within the Ann Arbor community. We touched on this briefly last month, and Chris and I at our meeting putting together the agenda thought it would be good to hear from everybody and just create a really nice list. So I'm fine with kind of like popcorn style if folks want to just name a few. I mean, there is Creative Washtenaw, the Ann Arbor Arts Center. What are some other organizations, whether they're nonprofits, individuals, who are our creative allies in the community that we want to continue to partner with and inform moving forward?
I would definitely say Stamps, School of Art and Design, and
100%.
the Humanities Institute also at the university, Amanda.
Kugielak, yeah, okay. Good, very good. I love that.
The Community Foundation?
Very good.
Continuing with U of M, maybe the Arts Initiative.
Maybe music venues, Blind Pig, the Arc. Whoever
I
else.
like that.
Ann Arbor Potters Guild.
I'd like to add Embracing Our Differences of Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new group starting by Thea Eck called Cluster. A space for artists and community.
Is that in Ann Arbor or Ypsilanti, Marionetta?
It's in Ann Arbor.
Oh, wonderful. And that's Thea that was working at the art center?
Yes.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Destination Ann Arbor.
Mm-hmm. Good one. Mm-hmm.
And the Hands-On Museum.
Love that.
Public schools.
Mm-hmm. DDA with their new Percent for Art program. Obviously Ann Arbor Parks doing so much for public art.
Neutral zone.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's a really tight short list. Obviously, if any new things pop into your mind, there is an interest for the Art Commission to, over time, invite representatives from creative art organizations to come present, so that we can build more communication and alliances with people across the city and the county. This is a really great place to start.
I have a couple more that came to mind. Just a question about small businesses that support art, like Dozer is one that comes to mind that has art, and they have a new art studio, Throw, that is close by. If there are smaller businesses that might, be in the food and restaurant sort of space, but they are using that to also support small business, that's a place to target as well. North Star is a fun venue. It's a small venue. One that's doing tea house. Actually, there's a lot going on with different restaurants and experiences like that are also offering art experiences.
Yeah, that reminds me of even just the Main Street Area Association. So the different associations, with the street art encounter that Main Street is embarking on coming up. We'll talk a little bit more about in the meeting. But so businesses, the different neighborhoods, Carytown, South, University, Maine. What about the art fairs? Allison, do you see any connection there with the Guild or?
Yeah, I guess for me, like this list could be thousands, so I'm not sure how intricate we want to get. Like you could basically just take the membership list from Creative Washington. That would be your pool. I think the Guild definitely is a good resource and someone to be connected to. South University doesn't have really an area association anymore.
Okay.
Main Street does, and they're supportive of the arts. State Street's restructuring right now, so they wouldn't really work right now. And then the Ann Arbor Street Art Fair, the original, would be someone who would want to support the arts, I think, too.
Great. Well, we
I
can.
mean, over in Carytown, where the Gutman Gallery is, there's like 4 other galleries. There's Carytown Concert House, there's Chris Nordine, there's WSG. So that's where I get into like where I could just list organizations for the next hour. So I don't want to overwhelm us, but there's just so much.
Sure. I mean, I think there's some that would have more appropriate tie-ins, and others that we'd want to continue to include and just know, yeah, I mean, maybe we do compile a list of all of the galleries and arts organizations that exist, but we are for public art. And, that's our main focus.
Yeah, I think that would narrow it down. I think, if we're including public art as festivals, then yeah, the fair would fit. I think, there are some galleries who have done public art pieces. There's some arts organizations who have been involved in that, but that would narrow it down for sure.
Mary, what about the state, the Michigan Council for the Humanities and places like that? Would that be something that you think we should reach out to and connect, or?
I'm not familiar. You said the Michigan Council for Humanities?
Well, that's one, but I don't know if there's something for visual arts. That's the humanities is connected more with poetry and things like that. But the state of Michigan has agencies in order to connect with various creative projects around Michigan. So I don't know exactly what the names of those are.
Okay.
Yeah, right now, you're probably talking about MACC. Right now, all their funding's getting cut. So right to your legislative.
Yeah, that's true. They may not exist soon. But
Right.
what about other art commissions, in like Ypsilanti and other communities within
I think
Washtenaw
the
County?
Public Art Commission at Ypsilanti disbanded.
Well, I'm behind the times. Allison, you're
No,
more.
I just feel like we had we were trying to keep connected with them, and I want to say, unfortunately, I think they disbanded, but I like that idea of having other communities that were connected to public art programs that aren't disbanded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Saline, I don't know whether they have or not, but in any event.
I think Chelsea has a strong public art program, but I'm not exactly sure how that works with the city. And of course, Jackson and the mural program that they have, those are two to look at
Is
as
that
well.
one through the Ella Fitzgerald, or is it through the city that Jackson has all that stuff?
That's what I don't know. I don't know if, and with Chelsea too, if how those programs came to be, but might be worth looking.
Yeah.
You're talking about Bright Walls? The mural
Yes.
festival? I think what originally got me thinking about this was when we do launch our mini grant, who are our local partners? Who do we want to support with this mini grant? And so thinking more Ann Arbor based was my original. I mean, we can certainly look at other models. I mean, the Bright Walls mural program, that was 4 years. It ran for 4 years. It was a group of young professionals that came together to fundraise and make that happen. And I'm sure it would be a decent model to look at if we ever wanted to have a mural festival. Seems like other entities are trying to pull that off as we speak in our city. So any other thoughts on those collaborations? This can be ongoing. This was just an opportunity to have an initial brainstorm, but I think we've covered quite a bit. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Chris, you added the Treetown Murals Service Agreement here. Is there some kind of discussion that we need to have about this, or this is for the Main Street Underpass project, the Murals That Bridge project? It's the first agreement from Watco that is now being reviewed internally by City Legal. And the project the execution of the project is being pushed until spring 2026. We got stuck with Watco and Rail Pros being very confused about allowing public art on their site after we had done a successful project. So for some reason that took about 4 or 5 months to convince them that we had already done this once. So here we are, we have the first agreement.
Yeah.
And
So very quickly, there's two ways that we this commission body can move forward. You guys can make a motion to so because this general service agreement does not already has a council resolution, I don't think it needs to go to council. So so you guys can send at this time make a motion to recommend city staff to facilitate the execution of this general service agreement to implement the mural, or you can just leave it as an informational item. Those are the two avenues we can move forward as a commission.
I would propose a motion so that it's an official act by this group. And if there's no objection, I would move that motion.
Good.
Allison, second? Yes. So all those in favor of the motion?
I don't know if I vote, but I don't know if it matters. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Because you're a part of the,
Correct.
so, right. So, yeah, the vice chair could move it. In any event, we've got a motion, Christopher.
Yeah, not a problem. So just to set the record straight, this motion would be purely to recommend the city staff to facilitate in the execution of this general service agreement for the purpose of having or implementing this mural at the Warco Bridge. So it looks like this motion was approved, and yeah, we'll definitely. So I can provide a little bit of feedback as to where city staff currently is when it comes to this specific contract. At this time, it has been sent over to our legal team for review. So right now, our city is at. So I'm sorry. Right now, the contract is sitting in our city's attorney's office pending review. And then upon their approval, it'll be routed for signature. So we are in a good spot to get this contract executed. And I don't at this time I don't foresee any delays in getting this probably executed hopefully by next month meeting, if not at the latest November. But I really don't foresee this taking longer than a month to be routed and executed, but that's where we stand on it.
Thank you for the update, Chris. That's great news. Thank you, everybody. Now we're going to move into communications, and if there are any staff updates, Chris?
Yeah, so very quickly, I did reach out to the mayor's office. Last I heard, the mayor will be bringing forth the two nominees from the Art Commission to City Council. At this time, to my knowledge, that hasn't happened yet. It's scheduled to, I believe it's I believe it's on the September 15th meeting, where the mayor plans to nominate these two new commission members, but I'm still waiting for action to be taken at this time. But at least from the mayor's office, his secretary has confirmed that he plans on bringing this forth to City Council. And yeah, so
Good.
in terms of other minor updates, you guys will probably see a lot of changes happening on the Legistar website. I'm currently in the process of making sure all the meeting recordings are published and going back to some of our and doing some minor administrative tasks in making sure that all your minutes and agendas are readily available to the general public. So that's I've gotten down to from 2025 to 2023. There's a few gaps but I'm still I'm working to get those up and running. So they should be fully functioning within the next month or two. There, with that said, there's going to be some changes happening with the Public Art Commission website. Most notably, I spoke with our communications team, and they advised that a A2Gov email be created for this commission. So I think our IT team has just finalized creating a Ann Arbor Public Art Commission at A2Gov email. And then so under public comments, any emails that get sent to this commission, I'll make sure that they're available and attached to the agenda. And some emails may be redacted, such as anything pertaining to individuals' home address and private cell phone or contact information will be redacted. But yeah, just be on the lookout. I plan to add that for the public comment section. And yes, we do have some updates. The Ann Arbor within our the Ann Arbor Public Art Commission Instagram recently got a new logo. And I plan to bring forth to this commission in October Paul Matthews, who is our Public Works unit manager, to kind of speak a little bit on how Public Works will handle the winter maintenance of some of our art, what I would refer to as art infrastructure, specifically in roundabouts. So we'll have a quick information session on how we plan to run winter maintenance and make sure that the art lasts as long as possible, while still making sure that we're in compliance with road safety and other stuff of that nature. What's okay, and then looks like that's it for me at this time. We're still having some communications internally with city staff on how to go about integrating public art into the CIP process by creating a uniform process, but we're still having some communication at this time. And once that's more solidified, I'll bring it forth to the commission, where as a business item, in hopes of getting your support to kind of create the uniform process for public art integration into the CIP. But yeah, as far as all things go, those are some of the updates I have at this time. And yeah.
Chris, I have a quick question for you. As you're getting onboarded and starting up on things, one of the things that we worked hard on with Vanita was the public art online collection. And I was wondering if you had a system in place or were thinking about how that might continually get updated as pieces are added.
Yeah, I'm glad that you asked that question. I've actually been in the process of reaching out to our IT team and kind of get first ensure that the map that we currently have, I do believe it's outdated. So we're currently working with our IT team to kind of see how this process is going to look like moving forward. But we are having communications. Unfortunately, I don't have anything concrete at this time. But my plan is to have to kind of pick up on where we left off and keep updating that on a regular basis. But right now, I'm just in the process of ensuring that we have the proper IT staff to kind of ensure that all of this is working within the website. But yeah, at this time, I'll be. The way I plan to do this is I plan to work off an Excel and just we do have an active Excel sheet that itemizes all of the public infrastructure, or I'm sorry, all the public art pieces. And then right now I'm just working on ensuring that it's accurate, essentially. So yeah, but I'll probably have something more concrete within the next few months as I meet with IT and ensure that we have the most up-to-date list.
Okay, well, let us know if we can be helpful, like taking
Yeah, of
pictures of
course.
works or anything.
Do you have any updates on the mini grant? We were last month, we had talked about like who at the city was our contact for the grant. How does the money get transferred when? And there was just so much. I don't know. Where do we stand with that, Chris?
Yeah, so where we stand, I've had a few conversations with our finance and legal team, where we talked about the logistics, what needs to happen, the feasibility of the city taking over over this grant. I'm still waiting to hear back from our finance and legal team at this time. So as soon as I have updates, I'll provide them during the city staff portion of the updates. But also say communicate. I'm having dialogue with our finance and legal team to kind of figure out what is the best course of action for to ensure that we make this a reality.
That's great. Thank you so much for all the work you're doing to get us organized and working on the website, getting our presence made known. And yeah, we appreciate that so much.
Yeah, of course. Happy to be here.
Next would be a liaison report from, what is
Yes.
that, Chris? Sorry.
Yes, of course. So, liaison report is for any member of this commission that may attend other commissions, and this kind of acts as a way to kind of bring in some of the different organizations that members may be a part of, and kind of share some of those updates or any interesting upcoming updates, such as in this month's example, this would be an area where the Dunbar Tower Call for Art could be introduced to the commission, and stuff of that nature.
Okay,
Okay.
good to know. Are there any liaison reports from anybody?
I will soon be sitting on the review team for the fire station. So
great.
all of that is being finalized, and I think September this month is the month that we will be reviewing those submissions and then and moving forward with that process. So hopefully, maybe by next month, I can have something to report back on that.
Exciting. Lucky. You get a sneak peek. Let's see, commission member communications. Commission member communications, Chris?
So that's just for all of the commission members, if anyone has any updates that they would like to share with the group.
Oh, nice. Okay. Does anybody have any updates that you would like to share with the group?
Yeah, I have an event kind of update or FYI. This coming Saturday and Sunday, a friend of mine, I think I mentioned in a previous meeting, but
Yeah.
Kiana Clark, who is graduating from U of M's dance school, is putting on her thesis performance at the I believe at the Dance Theater on Saturday, and then at Wheeler Park on Sunday. I will email the flyer to everyone just so they have it, just so they're aware of it. I could also post it on the Instagram. But I'm DJing the event. It's kind of in conjunction or I guess kind of an honoring of the community that was recognized in the documentary A Letter to the West Side, which is connected to Dunbar Tower and connected to Jones School and all that history. So it's kind of her recognizing the Black community of Ann Arbor and doing it through her dance performance.
Yes, please share that out. I think it would be great to know the times and locations so we could support. Anybody else have any personal or arts related or
I have something. This is a UMA, University of Michigan Art Museum event. It's a family day, which take place all the time, but there's one on September 21st, which is a Sunday, about an upcoming dragon project. So this is actually building a dragon with different artists, both from China and within our university community. We're looking for more community support in Ann Arbor to help facilitate the building of this physical dragon, which will be used as in some trainees to also showing this. And this family day will be kind of the kickstart to building this dragon, where there will be a calligraphy example. So we're actually bringing in some Chinese calligraphy artists, as well as some professors at U of M to teach some calligraphy. There will be a giant brush. Think of a broom, but it's a brush. So you can make some giant dragon characters. Kids will have some, just good old-fashioned butcher paper where they can start to try some calligraphy. So this is a kickoff event to something that is multicultural, something that is based in the university, but also needs community support to truly be appreciated. So this is an ongoing dragon project, which is pretty fun. So definitely tell your friends and family about it. Free event at the museum. So please join Sunday, September 21st.
Great. I'll make a note. On Friday, September 12th, the Main Street Area Association is piloting an event called the Street Art Encounter. You can check out the Main Street Area Association Instagram for updates. They're introducing an artist every day. I'm not sure how they're going to organize it, but there will be live street art being created downtown on that evening. So I noticed there's quite a few Michigan muralists from Lansing, Detroit, Marquette, Flint. I hope there's some from Ann Arbor. I personally, as a local artist, didn't hear about this until after the submission time was closed. So I'm not actually sure how Main Street put the word out, but a lot of local artists didn't know about it. So that was one of the impetuses for having this more communication with these arts organizations or events that are happening in our town, so that the Public Art Commission can help support or be more aware, get the word out. So I don't know if anybody else has more information on that, but I will be checking it out to see how that goes down. I think it'll be the first of its kind in Ann Arbor. The other update I wanted to share with everybody, Allison kind of touched on this, but it's pretty major that last week the Michigan House of Representatives passed a budget that completely eliminates funding for arts and culture, completely. And this is the words of from Creative Washtenaw, but this is a devastating proposal that would disseminate Michigan's creative sector, threatening thousands of jobs, weakening local communities, and stripping communities of programs and cultural resources that they rely on. So there is going to be an Arts Advocacy Day in Lansing. I just have the wrong email pulled up here. I can share that with everybody if that interests you. There is going to be a rally to support bringing, now this hasn't been fully voted on. I think in October 1st is when the House, Senate, and Governor must agree on the budget. So if there's anything that inspires you to do in a way to advocate, this would wipe out creative funding across the state of Michigan, which would be absolutely devastating. And So this is very serious, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
thousands and thousands of dollars that come to Washington County arts organizations every year that would just be gone.
Right. Absolutely. So, I mean, we wouldn't even know the ripple effect of this until it took place, but it certainly would hit a lot of people hard. So just putting that on everybody's radar as we are advocates for the arts. And if there's anything that we can do, I'll share some information with you about that.
Yeah, this definitely connects to what Sophie was working on. Myself and Marianetta, we had a meeting. We had some good momentum going. Then I admittedly got super busy, and it kind of fell off my radar. But that kind of outward facing statement that we were working on, I think ties right into what we're seeing happening right now. So I'm going to try to reconnect with Sophie to see if we can kind of finalize that statement to get it in front of everybody on this team, at least to kind of see it like a final version of it.
Please do.
I agree that maybe Jamal, you can spearhead. Maybe there's something that the Art Commission can do. Just speak out publicly and let it be known this is coming from us. I don't know, Christopher, if that's what we can do, but does it, that I think now is the time that we should speak out as a group.
Yeah, I agree, John. I would be willing to draft a letter. I'm not sure. And make some phone calls for sure. I'm planning on doing. There is, I have the rally information. So the rally is set in Lansing on Tuesday, September 16th. It's the Fund Michigan Arts and Culture Day. It's completely free. It's open to everyone from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. 208 North Capitol Avenue in Lansing. Is going to be a rally. Hopefully thousands of people will come together.
Well, we can also add what Allison was saying, how this will affect Ann Arbor and the creative community, and we stand united against this, and that we urge the governor to veto or whatever needs to be done. We urge people to resist and all, that. So maybe we could become more politically active or something. And then,
John, would you be willing to draft something? It could be 2 paragraphs. And then maybe Chris and Sarah and I could review it, and we could look at potentially sharing that through our channels, through government channels. I feel like you have a really good sense of the culture of Ann Arbor over the years, how the arts have made, I mean, we all do, but if you would be willing to.
Sure. Allison, would you be willing to work with me to give me some of the facts and the statistics and things like that, or point me in a direction of, because I'd like to include numbers.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the letters that Creative Washtenaw sent out. But I'm just assuming, but I would assume the numbers you're looking for would be in those templates they sent out today. Did you get those from them? Are you on their mailing list?
I am, and I'll look for that. Okay. Yes, Mary,
Yeah.
I'll prepare a draft and
the other place I would look, and I can probably send you this, is that I would look at the MAC numbers, just the granting numbers. They organize them by county. So you can see specifically how many dollars Washtenaw County got last year and how much we'd be out.
Sure.
Okay.
In the past with the ARPA funding, we, when that came up, and that was with Creative Washtenaw support, right? We wrote a memo as a commission that was presented to City Council at a meeting. So, Chris, you said the next meeting is September 15th? Or at least the meeting where the new commissioners would be presented.
Yes, so that would be here. Let me just pull up. Yeah, so then the next meeting will be September 15th, October 6th, and October 20th. So those are the next 3 upcoming meetings.
How long would we have if we wanted something like a memo like this to be presented at the September 15th? What deadline would we need to create something that we could
Yeah,
have?
yeah, for the September 15th, the deadline was actually, I do believe it was today. So I think we're a little bit late for the September 15th. We'll probably be realistically October 6th and October 20th look like more actually I would say October 20th and November 3rd look like more realistic timelines to bring this forth to the commission. The way it would be done is you guys would essentially be creating a memo. That memo would then be brought to the Ann Arbor Public Art Commission for you guys as a business item. You would then make a motion to send this memo recommendation to City Council, and then I would do some of the behind the scenes to make sure that it gets to City Council. Another possibility is to get a sponsored, and those are some avenues that can be explored. But yeah, in terms of timeline, realistically, October 20th and November 3rd council agenda would be ideal.
Yeah, I think unfortunately for the
the
action item we're
vote
talking about
for
right now,
this
it's,
is October 1st.
yeah, that's
Excuse me?
If
the
it-
action item we're trying to move forward would be over by then. The action item that is getting voted on is October 1st. So, I mean, regardless, it would be nice to talk about how we think funding for the arts is important and run that up the pipeline, but
but
Yeah,
depending on how the vote goes, that would be a different type of memo we would write.
Yeah.
Essentially, if okay, just looking at deadlines and when we
Yeah.
would, so if the vote happens October 1st, we have to write
A press release, couldn't
a
we?
little
just-
different.
Or
Write
even
a
just a
press
statement
release?
on our social media, I mean, and who people can call, maybe announcing this rally too, which is coming up on the 16th. Maybe something could be simplified and posted, or,
yeah, I
Let me just
wonder,
put something together that states who we are, what we promote, and that now is a time for people to get involved, to that care about our creative community. It impacts us in
Mhm.
many ways. Yada yada yada. It involves hundreds of jobs, involves thousands of dollars, and it's the cultural soul of our town. And so we should act out, act up, all that kinds of stuff. And then, Mary, you can take that and shape that in whatever way makes sense to whatever group and body. So,
well, I
Sure.
like the idea of it going on our social, like even like parsing that out into a couple different slides onto Instagram or something like, these are the messages and this is the messages you should be sending to your legislatures and here are their contact information.
and then something on how it would affect Ann Arbor specifically. Maybe we had a few stats
Yeah.
of how much we received, how much, even just that number, what have we received, and how is that?
Sarah, do you still have the fact sheet about ARPA?
I do. I have the memo that we sent, so I can
Send
send,
me a copy of it?
yeah,
Perfect.
send the memo. Because regardless of the outcome of the vote, we would maybe still want to write a memo on behalf of this commission that goes to council and is presented, again, regardless of the outcome. But we'll start with social media first.
Well, if anybody has ideas to include in this, please send them me, and I'll try to, collect it all and shape it and create a draft. I'll send it to you, Mary, and then you can change it however it makes sense.
Yeah, and then Jamal, maybe I could create a few slides, like Allison's suggesting to have you, are you the main person posting on our Instagram right now? Does anybody else have access to it?
Everyone, I sent it to everybody, but I am the only one posting.
Oh.
Everybody, I can send it again. Everybody can do. Anybody can do it.
So you're sending out a login and for us to log into the Ann Arbor Public Art Commission? Okay,
I did a while ago. Like,
yeah. Oh, can you do that again?
Yeah.
My apologies.
yeah, I can do it again.
Okay, please. All right. Any further updates from commissioners? Any other things? No. Yes, no. Going once, twice, sold. All right. And finally, friends, we have reports from our working groups. Are there any updates from the CIP group?
Waiting for the new list.
Okay, that's exciting. Right now we have Sarah, Allison, myself, and non-voting David. Esau. Right now, that is the capital improvement working group. Okay, thank you, CIP. Communications and outreach, that's Jamal, myself. We on all these committees. Wait a second. That's Jamal, Marionetta, and Sarah. Taking my Any updates? Okay.
No, but
Oh, communications.
let's meet soon, team.
Communications and outreach. That would be like what we're talking about with our social media, right? So that could be part of it. Getting the word out about anything. Fundraising, that would basically be our mini grant that we're working on with Chris and all of you. So no real, there's no other updates from the fundraising group at this time, unless Allison or Sarah have anything. Okay. Nominations and leadership. We had our update on that. We're going to be welcoming 2 new commissioners. Very exciting, if all goes well. And, you know, potentially we could do an in-person, informal happy hour. Is that allowed, Chris? Forget.
If it's a subcommittee, no.
Not a
So-
committee, but just like a meet and greet with the new commissioners. Like, can we all meet? We can all meet, right? And welcome them informally.
Yes, it would have to be informally, and it would have to be with no, I guess, ties to Ann Arbor Public Art Commission.
Okay, so as friends, would you all like to meet once our new commissioners? Okay, I love that. Awesome. Special projects, anything you guys are working on? Jamal, Peggy, Sophie, is that, we have an extension of the Golden Paintbrush Award, right? Is that, you're on mute, Peggy.
Chris and I had a conversation before the meeting started, and the deadline for submissions is October 1st. So we still have another month to go. He said he believes we have 3 to 4 submissions, so that's good.
Really?
I mean, we've got 2 more. Yeah, I mean, you know, we only had, what did we have last month? 2. So we've got 2 more, right, Chris?
Yeah. I think when we decided to extend it, we only had 2 nominations. Since that, I would have to double check, but I remember seeing 4 listings. So that's to say we have 4 candidates.
And we don't know what they really are. We haven't looked at them yet. That committee is you, Jamal, right? And me and Sophie, correct? Okay. So when we meet in October, we'll need to be thinking about, if everybody thinks about somebody that might be a possible judge, we'll need to put a panel together to kind of judge the entries.
How many nominations did we have last year?
I don't know that. I should know that. I can find that information
Was
out.
it more than 5?
Last year, we didn't have a golden paintbrush because we
Right.
decided this
Oh.
should be like biannual.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I do think that there were more than 5 first time. But we did get press that I don't know if we had the same amount of press around golden paintbrush because we were bringing it back after 10 years. So there was a different type of messaging. I know that there was at least one MLive article that I don't think was even behind a paywall. So there was that. So I think we had a little bit more press surrounding the golden paintbrush the last time that we did it. So we were bringing it back after so long.
Chris, is there any way we could get more publicity on this? I don't know. We kind of just been leaving that up to the communications department. What do you think?
Yeah, so like we did earlier on, we identified some of our collaboration groups. We can reach out to those collaboration groups to ask them to please advertise it. And I can now that I have that list, I can start making those connections and reaching out to folks. So yeah, that's definitely something we can do.
Jamal, would you feel comfortable putting something on our Instagram about it? The deadline's approaching.
Yeah.
October.
Or it's
No,
been
they-
extended and
Yeah,
yeah.
I think I did post, but it was
Okay.
at the last deadline, so I can post again with the new deadline.
Okay. Great, thank you. More in October.
Yeah. Here, I do have one quick update from the city clerk's office regarding our working groups. So they have communicated to me that working groups or subcommittee meetings. So I've been doing my best to get acquainted with our bylaws and what's dictated on them. So just to what the city clerk's office confirmed to me is that working groups can be comprised of non-commission members and commission members, the only as per our bylaws. And the only thing that we would need to do is these working groups or subcommission groups need to be publicized, so the general public should be aware that they are happening. I believe within I think it's a 24-hour notice at the bare minimum. This is something that we can actively start updating within our website. So whenever you guys are planning on meeting of a subgroup or a subcommission or a working group, just please send me an email and I can make sure that it's publicized. Now, it is my understanding that most of these meetings happen remotely, or do they happen in person?
We've been meeting in person. The
Okay.
fundraising and leadership was remote, but
I mean,
yeah.
sometimes these are at people's houses. Are you saying they have to happen in public forums so people could attend?
That is my understanding, correct. Yeah, they have to be available to the general public. So yeah, public spaces would be ideal, or any area that could accommodate people.
I thought that was only true if we had a certain amount of our group in that working group. Like, we've been trying to keep the working groups to less than a certain amount of people within our commission so that we didn't have quorum and therefore we weren't voting on anything. And that's why they didn't have to happen in public places, because we weren't voting on anything, and everything we talked about had to come to this committee to be formalized anyways.
Yeah, I can definitely confirm with the city clerk's office, but again, that's the direction that they provided to me. They told me that the subgroups need to be publicized ahead of time, and they need to be available for the general public. But I can confirm if there's any specific I guess clause that would make that a possibility. But I'm just I guess I'm just informing what was informed I guess to me by the city clerks. But yeah, I can definitely reach out back to them again to see if that's a possibility. But as it stands right now, it might be best to hold them online and then just publicize those meetings so that they're available. The only things that don't need to be made for those is we don't need to publicize agenda nor meeting minutes. But if there's a recording, that needs to be made public and stuff of that nature.
I
Mary,
guess when you say online, like, do we have to go through your platform to do an online meeting then? Or how does that get to be a public forum if we're meeting like through Google Meet or something like that?
Yeah, so my understanding is it would have to be a webinar, and that's something that I can help to facilitate.
Okay, I just see this as being a stumbling block to what's actually continuing to meet more as we do. It'll just make it a lot more difficult to meet the way we do. Maybe I'm just speaking out of turn, but
So how much lead time do you need, Chris, if we're gonna?
Yeah,
schedule?
I think it's 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
Christopher, there was one question that I think that you answered, and we might be conflating two things, that we could set up a subcommittee that we could appoint non-members to that, like it was
Yes.
Council for
Yes.
Leadership Council for the Arts or something like that. And that kind of subcommittee is possible under our bylaws. I think that's what I heard Chris say. But we would have to then follow through with the kind of public sort of announcement, public meetings and things like that. So I don't know whether that relates to the kinds of work groups there was a time when if we called it a committee, it would require the kind of notice that Christopher mentioned. But if we called it a work group, that could function. We could meet without the kind of notice that the clerk has mentioned to Christopher. But I don't
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah, and that was also a communication that I had with the city clerks, and where we went through the bylaws. Essentially, the bylaws, and this would be something that we might want to revise for 2026. But as per the bylaws, they kind of use working groups and subcommittees interchangeably, leaving the city clerk's office to treat them as one and the same. I will make a quick point so this commission doesn't have non-voting members. So as per our bylaws, the only non-voting member is the city administrator or whoever he or she appoints. As so that's to say, if the general public joins these work groups or subcommittee groups, we can use that term interchangeably for now, but it's best to call them non-commissioned members instead of non-voters, since that the city clerk's office says that's per their bylaws, that means something else.
So Sophie and David Esau are non-commissioned members.
Correct.
Okay, moving forward. And then just to understand correctly, if any of these working groups want to meet, we now have to meet as a webinar. We can no longer meet in person.
Yeah, I'll reach out to the city clerk's office now that you guys communicated that you guys meet in person, and just to get a little bit of feedback as to how would that look like. But yes, at this time it would be best if you guys meet via webinar. But I'll quite literally once we're done here, I'll reach out to my contacts at the city clerk's office and then see what can be done, and we can move forward from there.
Okay. Any other questions on that for Chris? Yeah. All right, that wraps up our working group reports. Any new agenda items? Any agenda items folks would like to add to the October 1st agenda? Are there anything, is it for discussion in a month? Is that what that's for, Chris? Just any things that
Yeah. So
People
I
said,
think
yeah.
as I mentioned briefly, the only agenda item that I'm thinking of bringing forth to this commission is a quick informational session with our Public Works Unit Manager, Paul Matthews, to discuss some of our winter maintenance and how they relate to art preservation, especially in the roundabout. Which Mary, please, if you could remind me the location of the roundabout that was installed
In
in
Eberwhite
2024.
Eberwhite neighborhood?
Yes,
Mhm,
yes,
mhm.
specifically.
Yeah.
So as public art becomes more prominent in the city, our winter maintenance team will have to adapt, and we'll just have a quick conversation as how that adaptation will work to make sure that our crew is also not ruining art, and at least making sure that we preserve it as much as possible.
Wonderful. Well, folks, if there isn't anything else, is there a motion to adjourn? Allison wants to adjourn. So does John.
Second the motion, and everyone in favor of adjourning? Aye.
Hey, okay, y'all, you're all amazing. I appreciate everybody's time. Thank you, Chris, for all the work you're doing behind the scenes. Thank you, Cynthia, for representing our commission through the city council. We appreciate you so much, all the work you're doing, all the service you're doing.
Thank you all. It's good to see you all. I'm sorry that I missed. I had a competing meeting last month that I had to go to the commissioner, board of commissioner meeting. So sorry I missed. It was good to see you all.
Yeah, it's good to see you. We know you watch the meetings, later. I know it's so exciting. No, it is. I am very excited about where our commission is heading. I think there are some new initiatives that we're embarking on that are exciting. We're going to have 2 new members, and just appreciate everybody's time.
Yes.
Thank you, Mary.
Yes, the next meeting is scheduled for October 1st. So enjoy September, everybody. Keep in touch, and if you were going to send an email with something, go for it.
Okay.
Sent.
All right, y'all. Thank you again.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace, y'all.